So today we're going to work on topic 2.6. It'll be the last topic that we film for this chapter, and then we'll work on 2.7 in class. So what you're going to need is your note spiral and your pencil. And what our objective is to learn how to replace variables with given numerals in order to solve equations. That's fancy math work where it's for saying we replace letters with the numbers they give us in order to solve the math problems with equal signs. We can do this. So you're going to put a Roman numeral 6 and write topic 2.6. We skipped topic 2.5, so I know that it goes 3, 4, 6. It's okay. And we're going to put the letter A, and you're going to write this down, t minus 8. And what we need to remember is that when there's a letter inside of a math problem, that's called a variable. So our goal today is to replace the variables with numerals, but not just any numerals. They're going to be given numerals or numbers. So now that we remember that letters means variables, let's look at this first math problem. This is what you're going to see in your book. T minus 8, and then they put a little semicolon, and t equals 12. They're trying to tell you that in this math problem where t minus 8, what they want you to do is they want you to replace the variable, replace the t, with this given numeral, the number they give you. So here I have t minus 8, and we replace the 12 with the t. That's my first step, is to replace it. So I have to rewrite the problem. So I'm going to replace this this t right here with the 12. And now I don't need this part anymore. So then my next step is just to solve. What is 12 minus 8? 12 minus 8 equals 4. So let's try another one right here. I have 2 times x minus 7. What does it mean again when a numeral is pressed against a variable? Oh, they're kissing. They're multiplying. Okay, we got that joke. Okay, so we're going to replace again our variable with our numeral. So when I replace my x with 10, does that mean 210? That means 2 times 10. You have to remember it is being multiplied. So 2 times 10 is 20. And 20 minus 7 equals 13. And that's my answer, because I've replaced the variable with this given numeral. Now we're going to skip this one and come back to it, but we're going to look at letter E right now, where I have 3x squared. Ooh, I forgot to give it stuff. We'll do that now. We'll say that x equals 5. So my first step is again to replace my variable with the numeral. We have two things going on here. So you have to make sure you follow this order of operations, your little O. You can do the dance right now if you want to. So I'm going to replace my x with the 5. Remember, it doesn't mean 35, it's this. Now, should I multiply first, or should I do my exponent first? So first you do the parentheses, exponent. Oh, that's right. So what is 5 squared? That doesn't mean 5 times 2. It means the base written 2 times, or 5 times 5. What is 5 times 5? It's 25. So now we do 3 times 25. And 3 times 25 equals 75. That's a completely different answer than if you did in the wrong order. So make sure you follow those order operations. The last one we're going to do together before we go back to D is this one right here. 6 parentheses x plus 4 parentheses m times n. Oh my goodness, look at all those variables. But it's not a problem because they've given us the numerals for each of them. It says that x is equal to 7. So I'm going to replace my variable with my numeral. It says my m is equal to 4, and my n is equal to 0. And now we just solve going left to right. 6 times 7 is 42. Now should I add it to the 4, or should I do the stuff in the parentheses? Oh, I should have done that first. 4 times 0 is 0. And now, should we add or should we do the multiplication? We should do the multiplication. So 4 times 0 again is 0. And 42 plus 0 is 42. Okay, so before you get to the one that you try, we're going to come back here. These are these amazing math problems that teachers love because I can assign you just one, and you're like, oh yeah, Mrs. Stewart just gave us one, but really, there's 3 problems there. So what this is saying on this graph, I'm going to erase all this other stuff. Oh, secret eraser. I'm going to erase this other stuff right here so we can just focus on it. It says that x equals 3, x equals 4, and x equals 7. And then down here it has the equation, 5 times x minus 2. What they want us to do is replace the x the first time with 3 and solve, then replace the x with 4 and solve, and then replace this x with 7 and solve. So let's start with the first one, 3. We're going to replace our x with 3. 5 times 3 is 15, and 15 minus 2 is 13. But we're not done. Now we have to do it again with the 4. So again, we're going to replace our x, but this time with a 4. 5 times 4 is 20, 20 minus 2 is 18. And now we have to do it again, but this time we're going to replace our x with a 7. 5 times 7 is 35, and 35 minus 2 is 33. So the last one I want you to try is I want you to try this one on your own. I'm going to give you a minute to do it, and then I'm going to tell you the answer. 45 divided by x times y, where x equals 9 and y equals 2. So I want you right now to write down the problem. I want you to replace the variables with the numerals. I want you to go and follow the order of operations, moving left to right, and then I want you to write down the answer. I'm going to tell you what it is in like 10 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to replace my x with 9 and my y with 2. So according to the order of operations, 45 divided by 9 is 5, and 5 times 2 is 10. Did you get 10? Yay! Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.